So today is Monday the 14th, and I'm going to start by apologizing for my frizzy hair. I got stuck in the rain and curly hair means frizz. I'm also going to apologize for not having a video up this weekend. Last week I ended up not really coming into my classroom. I came in on Monday for a little bit and got a little bit done, but I was in a big rush, so I didn't really vlog or film any of it. And then I was out of town for a family emergency. My great-grandma has dementia, and she was starting to hallucinate that people were trying to break in, and we had to get some appointments done to visit nursing homes and things like that. So I was out of town until last night. But I didn't get a whole lot done on Monday. I'll show you my bookshelves that I started putting together. And then this morning I started doing some of my filing cabinets before I started this video. So I will show you that. So these are my book bins that I got from Walmart. And you'll see I still need to take the stickers off a couple of them. I also made tags that I need to get attached. But I have them all sorted by the genre. And I use these genre labels, and I will link them in the description where I got them from. They are from the Lettered Classroom. So I have some by genre, and then I have some by collections, whether it's series or some of them are just by author. It just kind of depends. Some of them, I have the Who Was books and What Was books together, and then I have some other informational and nonfiction books. And I have another bookcase I have not put books on, but I have a couple other book bins over here and some books to go through. And then I have these books that I need to sort through and label and make sure they are appropriate for the 4th graders. So that's my library so far. And then I should talk about these tabs in one of my other videos, I believe. So I got them onto my multiplication and division time test, and these are just the practice ones that they get a minute to do. And then I have some that are 2-minute tests that they would have to take to pass to the next set, but those are not in here yet. I needed to make some more labels that I didn't have, so those are over here along with the rockets, because it's rocket math, and the graphing stuff. And then I have a couple other things over here that will go in the filing cabinets that I also need to make labels for. So for now, this stuff is going to have to wait until tomorrow. Other than that, the only thing I've done is unpack the stuff I brought from home. So I brought a bunch of my curriculum stuff in. There's some things that I cut and laminated. I'll show you this in a little bit. It's my name. And since my theme is Monsters Inc., I made it fur looking like Sully. This one's just my test label, but these are my genre labels I will use for my book bins. So I'll have to punch those, and then I'm going to use the book rings to hang them. And then this is something I got from Staples. And I forgot my tripod, so I'm going to have to try to do this with one hand. But they had Teacher Appreciation Day. So with any purchase, you got some free stuff. So I got a little thing of hand sanitizer. And there's also a coupon with it. And then I got one of these cool new Expo markers that has the liquid in it. And so it will show you how full it is and when it's empty. I also got some free sample of sticky notes. There's not a whole lot there, but there's a few. And then a few little page tabs. And a coupon for that. And then I just got some other coupons. And then I got this little journal thing that I can use as a little notebook. So that's what I got for free. And then I have a couple other things I bought at the store, just tape, glue, some other random things. So that is where I'm at right now. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do next, so I will let you know. Okay, so I am back. I got a little bit done, then I went to lunch, so I'll show you what I did. So I got some more of my book bins put on the shelves. For right now, I put these picture books down here on the bottom. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this exactly yet. I might have just one section over here be picture books over on this side, and then just put 3 more book bins here. I'm not really sure yet. I haven't really decided that. And then I just have some extras on top right now. I also have my book hospital here, and then I have my clipboard right here for right now for the checkout system, but it's going to go on the side right here. I just need to get a command hook. Then I glued the scrapbook paper to all of my pins for my student workboard. I'm going to hang them up here on this board, and I have kind of a sketched out line. However, I need to get something to put them up there with. I'm going to attach them using the clothespins, but I was trying to figure out how to do it because I thought about putting a magnet on a clothespin and putting them up there, but I know they're not going to stay neat and like in a line. So I tried hot glue and it does not stick. So I'm going to get a fishing wire. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get back to that. I did hang this up, and I just made this. There are some other similar ones online, but I made this to go with my think sheets that they will fill out if they're not following behavior, and if they get they get 2 warnings, and then the 3rd time they get a think sheet. So this is just to go with that, and it talks about what zone you're in. It's not something they have to like add on here or anything, but just kind of like look at and think about. So those will end up going on the wall. I did finally get the labels on my trays. So this is where they'll turn in the work. I need to take the tape off of this one. I end up hot gluing them in because it stuck better than the tape was. So anyway, this is where they will turn in their work they do during this class. And then I have my Monday through Friday and subplans and my file grade copy. I end up switching these 2 around. They were the other way, but to look nicer, since this one is shorter, since it only has 1, I end up putting this on this side. And that's really all I've done. I did get another desk up here because I found out I will have 23 kids instead of 22. At this point, at least. We had registration last week, so this is what my room looks like right now. I don't like how close this one is up here, so I thought about doing like 2 and 2 and spreading them out, but that would put my kids like way over here in order to have like walkway space, and then it's going to interfere with my group table, so they're just going to have to deal with it being like this unless I figure out a better setup. And I'll probably eventually go to like horseshoe shapes maybe, and having like an inner and an out, like 2 layers of horseshoes. I'm not sure, but for right now this is what it's going to be like. So I think now I'm going to tackle these because I really don't want to, but I need to. So that's going to be what I do now. Good morning. It is Tuesday and I am back in my classroom. So far the only thing I've done is carried some stuff inside from home, so I will show you that. So I brought some stuff from home. I brought my pencil sharpener, a couple of books that I got in the mail that I'd bought on eBay for cheap, some different labels and things, and then I have the rest of my filing tabs that I printed off that I did not have yesterday, and that is going to be what I started with. I brought a couple more of my book bins inside so I can get this row filled in, and then I need one here and one here. And then I have these other book bins that I'm going to be using for like my bigger picture books. And those are going to go on this bookshelf that I brought from home. And it's going to sit right there. I just have not done that yet. So for now, I'm going to get these put onto the folders so that I can get those put away and off the desk. So on these, all you do, I'll show you from the top in a second, is I line it up so that the bottom of the words is just kind of flush with like the top of the folder here. And that way it sticks up to where I can read it easily. And then I just kind of center it. So it looks like this. And hopefully you're seeing that good. Yeah, you are. Okay, so that's what it'll look like. And then I just staple one on each side. So I do one there. The one here. And then it looks like this. So then when it goes in, this part will stick up above the folders and I can easily see what's what. So now this is what the drawer will look like. And I know it's a lot of different colors. That's just what I had for colors. So I kind of picked colors that sort of went together, but I wanted the test to be very different. And so now I could easily flip through and find the letter. For some reason I have X way above. That was the first one I did as a test. But most of them I wanted like the same, similar height. So you can tell that it's not exact, but it's good enough. And these ones for some reason look really different, but they're really not that different height. So there's my division drawer. And I have multiplication up here, and I don't have the test in here yet. So I'm going to push these forward just a little bit. So I'll have room for the test to go in. Okay, so my files are all put away finally. So I will show you what it looks like real quick. So up here I have the rockets and graphing sheets, and then I have A through W, and then I have the time test 1 through 10. And that one's all multiplication. And then in here I have the division rockets. Right now I have the answer sheets just here. I don't have answer sheets for multiplication, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. So right now I just have it stuck in here like this so it's easy to see. I have division tracking, and then I have A through X, and then my time test 1 through, or sorry, my division test, I guess. My test 1 through 10. Then, oops, and see, this is why I don't like the test being like that, but for right now it's going to work. Down here, I have some fraction strip pages, some grid paper, and then the Rocket Math folders that my teacher last year used. And then I went ahead and put my bookshelf in. So those containers won't fit on here, which is kind of what I wanted it for. I could move the pegs and just have 2 layers of those folders, but I decided that'd be more worth the space to just put some of my book boxes over there. So I'm going to have like the non-fiction type books on the black one, and then keep the 2 metal shelves to more of the fiction and like collection books. And then I think I'm going to have at least this bottom row right here be picture books. I might do these 2 rows and move these book bins over here, because this whole bookshelf is my collections. So I don't really want to have to move those collections to the other shelf. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is just have these 2 be picture books. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm thinking. Then I have my book hospital sitting on top where they can put books if they need to be fixed. This is where they will return the books, and this is for my library checkout pages. I'm not sure if I'm going to have it sit up here on top somewhere or if I'm going to hang it right here. I'm trying to decide. And then up here I just have my extra book bins that I haven't used yet. And I put my gumball machine with my prizes up here. I'm not sure where I'm going to have it sit yet. So for right now I put it up there so it's out of reach. Next thing I'm going to do is deal with the rest of these books over here. These books are picture books that are like not school related but like little kid books. And so I'm going to keep them. Some of them are like Halloween and like holiday books. Some of them are just things like, there's like some Scooby-Doo. So I'm going to save those for special things where we might be doing like some kind of a skill, or like if they're going to read to the younger kids or something like that, they can grab these. So those are going to go in my cupboard and not be out for them, because otherwise I know they're going to be trying to read those instead of the chapter books. And then the rest of these just need to be labeled. So that's what I'm going to do now. Hello again. So I had to take a break because I had to go over to the high school to get my MacBook that I will be using, and they had us get them all set up and everything. But I got a lot done since I got back, so I will show you what all I did. So you will see that my table is mostly clean. I do have one holiday book left. I need to make more labels for these, so I will be doing that one tomorrow. And then I had these on my desk and they don't have labels on them, so I have labels for it, but I'm just gonna wait till tomorrow and do it with these ones. I cleaned off this table over here and I piled stuff up that is going to go home. I have my stem boxes that I need to finish. There's some things that don't have all the materials in them, like this one. There's nothing in it. And what I did with these, I printed them off and laminated them, and I just hot glued them on. And then I hot glued the directions to the inside of the lid. So I have those here because I need to finish putting some of them together. And then I have to decide where I'm going to store them. I might end up putting them on this cart. Those book bins aren't going to stay there, I just have them there right now. They will end up going over here on my cabinet over there, but for right now they're just sitting here. So they might end up getting stored in this little cart. I'm not really sure yet. These are some Valentines that came with this box I have. I'm using this as a teacher mailbox. So if they want to write notes about anything, or give me like pictures or anything like that, that will all go in that box. And it's supposed to be a Valentine's box. So I'm going to give these to them for their Valentines this year. But the rest of my like special occasion bucket I have is still at home with like holiday type stuff. So I left it over here for right now. And then I just have some memo books that I'm going to be using to go with like my class dojo. I'll explain later how I'm doing all that, but that's what those are for. And then I have my book hospital. These I'm going to put like book suggestion slips, so if there's a book that they would like me to get, and then they can just turn them in to my mailbox over there. So the slips will just go in here, and then this will be where they return my library books. And then I will put them away just because I want them to go in the right buckets. And some of them, like the collections, I just have all of them labeled as collections. So they might not necessarily know the right bucket. And I just want to make sure they get put away, so I will do it myself. And then another thing I did was I pulled out my stuffed animals. So I have a couple of them. I have Mike right here, and then I put this book. That's not a book that they'll typically read. I might read it as like a read aloud on like a party day or something. But this is going to sit by Mike. My library checkout is going to get hung right here. And that's where they will check out the books. I also have Mike over here, and it's a little ball. So I can use that like if we are, sitting in a circle sharing things. They can use that as like to toss the ball between kids, and whoever has the ball gets to talk, sort of a thing. And then I also have Silly above him. This is where I'm going to keep my picture books that I don't want them to use. There's like teacher books like for the beginning of the year, and like some holiday books I'll read at the holidays. So I'm just gonna store those up there. Because they don't fit in these cupboards over here. So that's the best place I have to store them. And then these are Pringles cans that I made to look like the screen canisters. And these will go with my scoreboard. So every time they get a class win, I'll color in like 1, 2, 3. And then every time they finish one whole level, they will get a smaller like class prize. And then when it fills the canister, they will get a bigger one. For right now, my gumball machine is still going to stay up here. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it yet. So it's going to stay up there for now. When I was cleaning up this table, I cleaned up this one so that everything that is like supplies was put away, and I just wanted this table cleaned as well, so I cleaned up everything that wasn't the books that need labeled, and then I left the labels and the tape out. This desk is just my curriculum stuff. I haven't put it away yet, and I'm not sure where I'm going to store it yet. Probably in that cupboard. I'm not really sure yet. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with all of that yet. These are some extra books I also need to put away. They're going to end up going down in one of these cupboards. This is sitting here until I get some tape. I bought electrical tape, and I'll put that up on the board, and then hopefully I can hot glue to that. That's what some people suggested online. And then these will get cut out and hung on there until they have work put up. And then I just have my little group table, whiteboard, pocket chart, and these pocket charts that will end up going over here on this cabinet somewhere. I might end up having to move my Kleenex to like up on these cupboards because I'm going to be getting more, and that one's already mostly full. The kids are supposed to be bringing 2 boxes each, and I don't have room for them all. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be putting them up on top of those cupboards, which means I'll have that top shelf I can use for some other things. Then, just to make it feel more like homey and like a family, I put some pictures out of me and my family. So I have a picture of my great-grandma and my grandma and me. And then I have a picture of me with my brothers and sisters and cousins on my dad's side. And then a picture of me with my mom and my brother and sister. And then a picture with me and my grandparents and my cousins on my mom's side. Then I went ahead and I had a anchor chart paper sitting out, but I didn't like it sitting out, and I don't know when I'm going to be using it for the first time, so I went ahead and put it away, which I just have them right there between the file cabinet and the bookshelf. And then I put out my homework bins. This is where they'll turn in just the homework. And these tray 1, 2, 3 will be for like classwork. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it over here when they're actually turning it in. I'd kind of like to get like a little like console table of some kind or something to put over here, so I can have it sitting right by the door, but that's going to be something that will happen later. And then I have Randall over here just chilling with my file grade copy folders. Oh, and I forgot, I have Cecile over here with my guided reading books. And that's about it. I was mostly just kind of cleaning things up. Oh, and I cleaned off my desk. I still have some piles of things, but I got rid of the bucket that was over here. So this is all stuff that's for like the first like week or 2 of school. And then I have this multiplication strategies. I got this, I found it on Pinterest. I don't remember where it's from exactly, but I will link it in the description. I'm going to hang it, I think, on one of these cupboards over here. I'm not really sure exactly where yet. That's why it's over here. And then I just have the information on the bathroom passes and drink passes that I have. I'm going to probably do mine a slightly different, but I have that out just to kind of glance through on how the person that made them did them before I kind of set out my plan for exactly how I'm going to use them. And then this is just kind of stuff that needs attention. So I just have my pencil sharpener. I'm going to end up moving the fan, I think, and putting my pencil sharpener over here. I'm not really sure. Otherwise I may put it over here, but I'm not positive yet. And then this is all just some like random type paperwork. I have just some stuff for beginning the school year. This is stuff that I need to, I'm going to make a little booklet that has like book suggestions for each genre since I'm doing a book genre challenge. But I need to laminate the front and back cover, and I ran out of lamination pages, so I'm waiting for those to come in the mail, and then I can complete that. And then this up here, let's see, right here is also for my book genre challenge, and it's just some examples, so I don't want them to have examples like in their packet they're going to get. So I just stored them there for right now until I figure out where I'm going to put them. And then I have my Scholastic book order, and then I have emergency plans. And I showed you those before, so I'm not going to talk about those. If you want to know, I will link in the description which video I talked about those in. So my room is looking much better. It's mostly put together to where it can be ready for the first day of school. Oh, and this is for the first day of school. That's my tidy tubs and the bags that they will be using for their pencil challenge and some expectation things that we will be talking about. So I just have that there for right now as well because it's for the first day. And other than that, my room is looking pretty good. So I don't have a whole lot left. I'm going to have to... Sorry, I figured I would switch you around. So I don't have a whole lot left to do. I'm probably going to finish up a few more things before I head home. But then I'm going to go home and get some more things done there for tomorrow. But for the most part, it's things I can't really do right now because I'm either waiting for something to come in the mail or it's something that like I need student names for, or I need to wait until I get information about, things like that. Good morning, YouTube. So I just got to school a little bit ago and I unpacked all of my stuff. And I went ahead and put labels on some of my book bins, and those books I had sitting over here I went ahead and labeled and put away, so I will show you what I did. So this is what my book bins now look like. So these are more of the books that I want to keep just for me. The kids won't ever really use these. So I have like picture books that have like things I'll read at the beginning of the year or things like that. The next one is math books, so I have like apple fractions and things like that. A Hershey bar, one with fractions, just different things that might help. With fractions or with math. Just different books that might help with math, and then I have other books. I like a pirate book that might help, like if I did a transformation, and I don't remember what else in there. There's just a couple other, like there's one with poems, some other couple random books that I want just for me. And then these ones are just sorted by genre to some degree, and then I have like popular books, which are just like Scooby-Doo, I don't remember what else. There's a couple other like popular like TV shows or characters. So those will be used more for like skills, and I don't want them reading them just for fun. And then there's some holiday books, and then some easy readers, which are also just picture books that are easy that they'll use more for skills. So those are up on top of the cabinet because they don't really need access to them most of the time. And then this ended up falling down yesterday. I think the command strip doesn't really want to stick to my file cabinet. So I stuck it on the wall. I'm going to let it sit for a while, and hopefully that will hold it this time. The other thing I have my Plickers cards I need to take care of. I need to figure out where and how I'm going to store those. And that's about it right now. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I have to look at my list to see what needs to be done. Okay, so I finished up the stuff on my computer that I was working on, just getting things like putting my rosters on different websites, getting some bookmarks saved, things like that. And then I ended up deciding to move my desk around. I'm not sure if it will stay like this, but I didn't like having those single desks in the middle where the kids don't have anyone next to them. And I didn't like how far forward they were. They were really, really close to the board. And having it that way, I had no space really for the kids to sit on the floor. So I decided to do it this way. So I still have my 5 at the back. I still have a group of 6 over there. But I turned these 2 groups of 4 into a group of 6. And then instead of having 4 single desks, I have a group of 4 and a group of 2. So I'm hoping this will work out better. I'm not sure how it's going to work with walking space once I have kids actually in the desk. But hopefully it will work because I don't really want to have to move them back any further. So I'm hoping this will work. If I have to move things around later, I will though. But I love how much space I have up here now. So that I can actually have the kids sitting on the floor in front of the board now. I'm thinking about getting some sit spots. I'm not sure if I will get them right now or if I will get those a little bit later. But I do plan on getting those for the floor. Other than that, I haven't really done a whole lot. I got the curriculum off the desk I had. I just set it over here for right now. I'm not sure how I'm going to store it. I'm thinking about getting some book bins, like those ones on the top over there, and using those. I have extras in my cupboard, so I'm thinking about getting one of those out and having each of these 3 be in their own book bin. I'm not really sure yet. And just have them like sitting out here, but I haven't decided. But I think that's what my plan is going to be. So now I'm going to work on labeling my book bins. I have these labels I made. I have to punch holes in these ones, but I'm just going to use book rings and hang them onto this part. So I'm going to do that now, and then I will show you what it looks like when I'm done. And this is what it looks like. So it's not completely perfect, but that's going to be okay because I am horrible at getting things straight. And that'll just show the kids that, you know, no one's perfect. So I'm going to leave it like it is. It kind of bugs me that you can see the tape, especially the duct tape like right here, but it's going to be okay. So that's my student work board. So when they want to hang papers, all they have to do is just clip it and they can hang stuff. So I will be cutting these out and they will get hung up like that. Focus, there we go. So I'm going to be cutting those out and each one will have one of the little squares. And then my student workboard will be done. So that's what I'm going to do next. And then I will show you what it looks like. I'm sorry for the horrible lighting, but I was just finishing editing my video and I realized that I didn't have an outro. I finished filming on Wednesday, and then Thursday we had new teacher orientation, and then Friday we started normal professional development. So I haven't really done a whole lot in my room since then. I have some last minute things to finish up on Monday and Tuesday, so I will kind of show you that. And then I plan on doing a classroom tour because I did change some things. I'm getting a new student, so I'm kind of moving desks around, and I moved some things around on my counters and whatnot. So I will plan on doing a classroom tour, and then I'm also going to be filming a management video, and I hope to have that up sometime during the week, hopefully. And I will be talking just about like my classroom management and how I'm going to be doing all that with like the gamification and all of that. And then I will be doing the classroom tour. Probably I'll post that on Friday or Saturday. So be looking out for those videos. If you like this video and you are looking forward to the other videos, give this one a thumbs up and make sure that you are subscribed. If you hit the notification bell, that will notify you when they go live, so then you can make sure that you see them. Thanks for watching. Bye!